Hi, I'm Emily, and today I'll be talking about the common grammar mistake, effect and effect. People frequently make the mistake of thinking effect is the same as effect, which is incorrect. Both are two different parts of speech, effect being a verb and effect being a noun. The two are sound alike and almost identical pairs, which is possibly why people make mistakes in their writing with them. Effect is a verb. It means to influence something. In your writing, effect is almost always a verb and is used to impact or produce a change in something. The image shows a couple taking a wedding day photo while it's raining, with the caption saying, "The weather severely affected their wedding day." Affected in the caption is being used as a verb. It tells us that the rain severely affected or influenced the couple's wedding day. Effect is a noun. It means the result or impact of something or an outcome. In writing, effect is always a noun. It's used to tell the outcome or impact of an effect. The image shows a soccer player getting a goal and a crowd cheering him on. The caption in this image tells us that the goal had a big effect on the whole match. The effect in the caption is being used as a noun. It tells us that the effect or outcome of the goal was big for the whole match. In this image, effect is being shown as rain pouring on a monster. The rain affected in this monster. On the other side of the image, the monster is sad after it rained on him. The sadness of the monster is the effect of the rain. Are you interested in how businesses are affected by new government policies? Affected in the sentence is used incorrectly. Instead of affected should have been used. Using effect in the sentence tells us if we're interested in how businesses are influenced by new government policies. Jason: I did a bad thing. Nico: Does it affect me? Jason: No. Nico: Then suffer in silence. This is an incorrect quote from Percy Jackson. Effect in this quote is used incorrectly. Effect is an outcome, and it has used in quotes makes no sense. Instead, effect should have been used. Using effect in the quote tells us that Nico is asking Jason if the bad thing Jason did will have an impact or effect on him. The use that a bomb cyclone will hit the small area affected the behavior of residents in the storm's path. Affected in the sentence is used incorrectly. Affected is an outcome. In this situation, effect should have been used. Using effect changes the sentence to tell us that news of the bomb cyclone impacted the behavior of the residents. If they said the sentence was correct, it's wrong. The car crash had an effect on me. Effect is used incorrectly in the sentence. Instead of effect, should have been used to show that the car crash had an effect on me. If you said this was correct, you're correct. My 2 years in prison deeply affected me. Affected in the sentence is used correctly. Affected in the sentence is being used to tell us that the 2 years I spent in prison impacted me deeply. If you said the sentence was correct, it's correct and incorrect. Affected used in the first sentence is correct. It tells us that the speaker wants to impact the audience with his speech. Effect in the second sentence is incorrect. Instead, effect should have been used. Using effect tells us that the speaker asked the speech if they influenced us, not outcome. There are certain times when there can be an exception for effect being a noun. Effect can also be a verb. As a verb, effect means to bring about. It usually shows up with words such as change and solutions. If you have trouble remembering if you should use effect or effect in your writing, use the acronym RAVEN. RAVEN stands for remember. Effect is a verb, and effect is a noun. Use effect if you want to talk about influence, and use effect if you want to talk about impacts or outcomes. Are there any questions?